Once upon a time. The story of Gutaji. Once upon a time, when Queen Jinseong of the Silla Kingdom of Korea ruled, there was a man who was very good at shooting a bow called Gutaji. At this time, the queen's son, Yangpai, led the group to the Tang dynasty and selected 50 archers to escort them. Gutaji was chosen as an archer to escort him. On the way to the Tang dynasty, I encountered a strong wave on an island. At this time, the Yangpai made me have a fortune teller. The fortune teller said,
"There is a sacred pond on the island, and the wind and waves will stop only when the rites are held here."
Yangpai made people hold a memorial service in front of the sacred pond. That night, an old man appeared in the dream of Yangpai and said, "If you leave only one good bowler on this island, you will get a gentle wind." The next day, to determine who would remain on the island, the Yangpai wrote the names of the archers on 50 wooden pieces and threw them into the water. Then the wooden coffin written Gutaji was submerged, so everyone left behind only Gutaji. Gutaji remains alone on the island and is depressed when an old man came out of the pond. The old man said,
"I am the Dragon King of the West Sea. Every day when the sun rises, a monk comes down from the sky and murmurs a spell and goes around the pond 3 times. My family and I were all floating on the water, regardless of my will. Every time, he took out my children's liver one by one. Right now, I, my wife, and a daughter are the only ones left. He will appear again tomorrow morning, so shoot him with a bow then."
Gutaji willingly complied with his requests. Then the old man went back into the pond. When I hid and waited the next morning, a monk came down from the sky and shouted a spell and tried to eat the old dragon's liver. At that moment, Gutaji shot an arrow and hit the monk. The monk soon turned into an old fox and fell to the ground to die. The old man gave his daughter to Gutaji as his wife in return for saving his life. He turned his daughter into a flower and put her in Gutaji's clothes. Then I ordered the 2 dragons to take Gutaji to the ship where the party was on board. The dragons chased the ship of their party in a Gutaji and escorted the ship to arrive safely in the Tang dynasty. The people of the Tang dynasty informed the king when they saw 2 dragons escorting the ship that Silla's envoy had come on. The king of the Tang dynasty thought that the Silla envoy would not be an ordinary person. So he treated him sincerely and even gave him a generous award. When he finally returned to Silla after completing his mission, Gutaji took the flowers out of his clothes. Then the flower turned into a beautiful woman, married to Gutaji, and lived happily ever after.
Thank you for watching Gutaji's story. Please look forward to the next story.